coming to the green flag here for round number 18 of the 2023 FBRL Sony Cup Series season. 3 races to go, and we are here under the lights at Martinsville. Dylan Schwalmerg on pole position alongside Sean Harple. 150 laps, and we are underway. Schwalmerg easily clears through turns 1 and 2 as Harple immediately just let himself slot into second place, and Schwalmerg will lead the opening lap here. Harple behind in second, Curtis up to third. It's a Mercedes train here on the bottom with Harple, Curtis, and Sorfox. Schwalmerg leads here in these opening laps here. Curtis starting to make a run here at the number 14 of Harple. Schwalmerg going to be enjoying this clean air while he's got it, as it will not be long before he catches the tail end of this field. Dejan Weeks, your points leader, currently battling with second in points. Zane Davidson here for 13th. Weeks not too happy about how these last couple weeks have gone. Both him and Zayden have basically failed to score any significant points over the last 3 races here. So they're hoping that Martinsville will give them some better fortune. Zane Davidson, who is trying to run the 30 down in points, despite a bad cold streak over these past couple of weeks, he's doing his best here as Weeks gets down the bottom there, trying to find a way past the 91. Sam England underneath the 6 of Caps. This is for 9th place here. Sam England was pretty confident heading into this weekend here, and so far the confidence is showing as he makes the pass on the 6. Now looking for the number 9 of Matthew Rodriguez. But Rodriguez may offer a slightly more difficult challenge here through these opening couple of laps. Got a couple of guys making their Sony Cup Series and FBRL debuts this weekend here in Martinsville. We got Victor Nunez in here, the number 70 for Anjado. He's currently battling Blake Warren for 27th. Pretty solid run for a first-timer. So Nunez trying to prove himself pretty early here. He'll be driving in the Harley's National Series full-time next year for Flipside Motorsports, the car he's battling right now. Well, the team he's battling with right now. But he's currently trying to work his way towards the top 25. The other driver making their debut is in the number 98, Benedict Mirdo III from Germany. He's making his Sony Cup debut, currently running in 42nd. Still probably getting used to the stock cars here. And Breeding Enterprises has put him into a very interesting situation here. As it stands, the 98 is trying to hold on to the final charter promotion spot. They currently hold it at the moment just over the 31, and Mirdo is in his 50s. He's one of the oldest drivers on the grid, and they're hoping that he can somehow keep this 98 in front of the 31 of Charlie Smith. JD's running at 17th, trying to hold off the 48 of Cody Lamas here. Eves in his usual spot of running in between 11th and 20th, as he's now battling Lamas in the 48 car, coming off a very impressive win at California. And Cody was not exactly too thrilled about his qualifying efforts or the speed of the car this weekend, but he is working his way forward, slowly but surely. He has been passing cars left and right. He's now on the 4, Peter Anjak, for 16th. Well, it only took 20 laps, but Dylan Schwalmerg has caught the back of the field. He has caught the 98 of Benedict Mirdo III, looking to put him a lap down. Benedict trying to hold this 10 off here in case a caution comes out, but the 10 just a little bit better off the corner here. Schwamberg peeks beneath 98, gives him a little bit of room. Powers off the straightaway here. Sean Harple and DJ Curtis, they're now going to be in an interesting predicament here. They've been kind of following this 10 for the first 20 laps of this race, and following is going to be a bit more difficult here with lap traffic, so you got to imagine Harple and Curtis are going to want to pick up the pace here. Schwalberg is just starting to pick cars off. He takes the 98. He now puts the 59 of Lars Van Schaik a lap down. Now he's got his sights set on Gatlin Downey in the 22. Logan Cloud, the 56. He's having a really good start to the night in the number 56. Really good qualifying effort, and he's holding his own amongst some very quick cars here for Great Lakes Motorsports. His teammate Sean Perkins is a bit deeper inside the pack, so a very impressive day for Cloud. Or night, I should say. Trying to hold off the 17 of Jesse Turner. Trying to get his season turned around, the number 17. Meanwhile, Zane Davidson and Dejan Weeks, they have not really been able to make any progress here. Currently still ranked 13th and 14th, so things have gotten a little bit static here. Schwamberg is still your leader. Slides a little bit up the track, though. Slowly putting guys a lap down. Harple now gets beneath Gatlin Downey in the 22. So Harple powers ahead. Really strong start to the night for Harple here in the 14. Schwalberg having some trouble getting past the 88 of Hannah Allen as Harple has now caught him. He's put all of the cars Schwalberg's put a lap down, and he's now put himself behind the 10. So Schwalberg finally hit a wall. He was picking them off pretty consistently. But now Harple has picked up the pace, and he's now coming for the 10. And Schwalberg's he may have to get a little bit brave here. Hannah's fighting him off as best he can. She does not want to fall a lap down here. Here comes Harple in the 14th up the inside. Drove it really hard into the corner, but slides through. This is the only challenge for the lead Schwalberg has had so far tonight. Here on lap 39, as Harple is all over him here, thanks to Hannah Allen basically in the way. Schwalberg finally realizes what to do. He dives beneath the 88, forces her up the track, and finally picks her way past the 88. That took a little bit too long for her liking, as Sean Perkins is in trouble in the 57. He's gone up in smoke, and he's up in the lane. He's probably going to have to get himself toward the curbing. He does not. They may throw the caution for this. Ooh, Lamas has to go do an evasive maneuver. And caution does come out. Caution is out on the racetrack. There's the pace car. So they do throw the yell for the 57 to pull him off. And the first caution comes out on lap 41. So this happened to Sean Perkins. He was battling Nunez for 30th here. And ooh, the engine just went in turn 3 and 4. And Perkins does the smart thing and pulled it off to the side. So tough break for Perkins. But something happens here with Cody Lamas in the 48. He had a very interesting situation here with the 57. I don't think he hit him. Lamas took the interesting route and gave him a little side swipe on the way, which cost the 48 0 positions here, so that was probably not the smart decision. Weeks did give him room to scoot up the track. Getting ready to go back green here for our first caution of the night. Everyone pitted, took 4 tires and gas, so not a ton of movement here throughout the field. The good news, though, is that we did run deep enough to where the field will not have to pit again. So the tanks here can run at about 120 laps. So The entire field's good to go, so at this point, it's just go as hard as you can and hope for the best. Schwalmberg is your leader. He put a couple of cars a lap down, but Curtis in the 19 group, they managed to get him ahead of the 14, so a good pit stop from Cybertron Motorsports. So far, Schwalmberg had one little challenge from Harple, but that was thanks to lap traffic with Hannah Allen. I don't think the 10 will probably let that happen again. Curtis now trying to run this 10 down, though. He had a little bit of a stronger car than Harple, I think, on the short run, but it was where the long run came in that the 14 kind of picked up the pace. I have to imagine some adjustments were made on pit road for this 30 of Dejan Weeks. He has passed the 91 again and has now worked his way up to Turner. And you can see the 30, it looks like it's handling just a little bit better here in this Dodge Charger. He's now just outside the top 10. Cloud currently runs in 10th for the time being. So Cloud has got himself back into the points, at least for now. So good effort from the 56. Out for 21st here, Cal Farrell and Bobby Jones going at it here. As Farrell hits the quarter panel to 47. That was some significant contact. Hit him right square in the bumper on the left quarter panel. As Jones has got a problem. He pulls off to the left to pit road. Something's gone wrong with the 47. May have been a result of contact with the 33. Reporting something may be wrong with the suspension. And they're pulling it behind the wall. Bobby Jones is out all of a sudden after a minuscule contact hit from Cal Farrell. Eric DeMax in the 18. This team had been on a real hot streak over these past couple of races, but DeMax really struggling here tonight with the handling of the car. Currently running in 32nd. He was in danger of getting lapped until that caution came out, which was quite surprising. So he's trying to work his way back through the field. His teammate Dane Stinson is quite further up the road here, so definitely just a miss on the 18 team's part here, at least for the moment. 100 laps, just under 100 laps to go here at Martinsville. So like we said, the field does have enough fuel to make it the rest of the way. Pit stops will not be a requirement. However, tire fall off. So the tire fall off has been about, if you go from start to finish, from what we saw in practice, you lose about 2 to 3 seconds of time as the run goes on. So what could be interesting here is if someone pits, you could potentially make up time. It'll be difficult, but it is an option, and you have to imagine the teams who are maybe in the back here may be thinking about it. If you're outside the points, you can get fresh tires and try to get your lap back and then work your way through. You could have a chance at points, but that would require no caution to come out and for people to get out of your way. But Martinsville's a bull ring, but it is something that has been discussed with a couple of crew chiefs heading into tonight. But we'll see if anyone's bold enough to make that decision. This never-ending battle between these two. Since the drop of the green flag, it's just been Weeks and Zane just going at it here, trading positions, diving underneath each other. Weeks has just been not able to get underneath the 9 of Rodriguez. Meanwhile, Zane's just going to go for it. He dives up the inside here, tries to get underneath the 9. I'm sure Dejan's thrilled about seeing this one. Zane trying to get his way into the points here. These last couple weeks have been a very big missed opportunity to get that points lead back. It has allowed several other challengers to get into the championship fray here late in the going. But Zane wants to finish ahead of 30 and score points at the same time. And the first point is right there in front of him if he can just get past Cloud. But you got to give it to Logan Cloud coming up here on the halfway point. He's doing an amazing job running in 10th here for Great Lakes Motorsports, purely on pace. He is trying to hold the two title contenders off to get a solid points, well, a relatively solid points day for what the point system offers. Meanwhile, Schwalberg has caught the tail end of the pack again. These are cars that were already a lap down, so they're about to go 2 laps down here unless another caution comes out. Schwalberg going to get to the back of Yepes here. Start trying to work his way through. Ooh, doesn't take the move on Yepes here, but Curtis now seeing an opportunity. He starts to throw himself into the corner, trying to run the 10 down. We're halfway through this race. Schwalberg on the back end of Yepes here. And Curtis and Harpel now trying to take advantage, especially Harpel. Harpel, they'll now run for second place. The 10 may want to make this move quick because he's got second and third battling here. Schwalberg now going to look for an opportunity here. If the 9 and 14 start battling, this is big to get a gap here as Harpel now fights the 19 here on the bottom. Harpel may clear for second. He does. Nice pass from Harpel. He moves back into second place. Been a great night for this 14 team. Been running top 3 for every lap so far. It's been quite a long time since we've seen Harpel have quite a run like this. United Emirates Racing has honestly just brought their A-game tonight too, with both cars in the top 5. James Sorfox now pressuring the 19 for third. Got a Mercedes battle here for second, third, and fourth. As Sorfox dives beneath the 19, may have made a tiny bit of some contact in the quarter panel as Curtis is now starting to drop positions here. Or if the 19 may be kind of starting to fall off here as the run goes on. Battle for third continues here. Sorfox and the 19 still going at it. Trying to clear the 19 off at turn 4. He does. Curtis now slots into fourth. Trying to stop the bleeding here. Ooh, he missed the corner. Here comes Acosta now. I think the handling of the 19 starting to go away here in the middle of the run. Schwalberg now stuck behind the 22 of Downey. Downey pulls over to the right, lets him go. Here comes the 2 United Emirates cars here. Sorfox makes a dive on the 14 for second. Ooh, the 34 throws it in. Harpel tried to come down. That was a sudden dive by the 34 as well. Here comes Sorfox up the inside. He's now looking for second. He takes it. Tell you what, this 34 is picked up the pace here on the long run. Sorfox has really gotten a lot quicker here. He now moves past the 14. Schwalberg still trying to pick off positions here. He gets to the 98 of Benedict Mirda III to put him 2 laps down. Cody Lamas on the 48 with a problem. The 48 with an issue as he comes to pit road. Lamas from 17th. He's going to drop here. He's maybe going to lose a lap at least just from the mechanical problem. Lamas comes to pit road. Not quite sure what it was, but they're putting 4 tires on. Got no choice at this point there. Right side up, left side up now. Ooh, something's definitely wrong with the inside of the 48. They're pulling up the hood to check inside the car, so something has gone wrong on the 48 car in terms of perhaps the engine. So, tough break for the California winner. He's going to be be knocked out of this race in terms of having a chance at points. Battle for fourth as Curtis trying to hold on to this car at the moment. Ryan Acosta in the 93 with a really strong run tonight. He's moved himself up into fourth here. And Curtis actually caused a bit of a backlog here because there's Shelley, Caps, the two Red Bulls. So most of the top 10 are actually kind of together on the straightaway. Only a 4-second gap between them both, between first and ninth at least. Gotta imagine lap traffic also possibly a little bit of a factor here. But you can see the stack up here. Now Acosta's getting attacked by Shelley. But ooh, cuts him off here. Caps now goes past the tries to go past the 19. Something is definitely, the 19's hailing is definitely starting to go away here. You have to mention they may be considering pitting here because they may drop out of the points at the rate this is going. So why not try something a little bit different? Schwalberg's still picking up cars left and right. He's now caught the back of the 88 of Hannah Allen. And we remember how that went last time, and I think Allen got the message to be told to get out of the leader's way this time. It took Schwalberg almost 5 to 6 laps the first time. This time Allen just pulled over and didn't even bother. Probably because she's already a lap down, so what would be the point at that point? Harple now getting past his teammate again, so the battle for second has now picked up again. Surfox slides up into turn one. I think one of the 34 started pushing the car, and then I think the tires may have started to go because now he's in a little bit of some trouble here. Van Schaik in the 59 now underneath. But Harple now, he wants a crack at the 10. As, ooh, it's to the back of Francois Chastain, and yikes. Close call. Harple, I don't think he's going to be too very thrilled at 13. Dejan Weeks has now reached the points here, as he has gone in front of the 56 of Logan Cloud. So the title leader trying to end what has been a very rough past couple of races here and get a points-paying finish. And he has now caught the back of this field that has been kind of struggling to get through the lap traffic here. Curtis has managed to at least get back to 5th, so Cap's now at the top. Here comes Marchese and the Red Bulls now. They're now passing Caps, Shelley, and Curtis, so I think the Red Bulls are now striking here. Here comes Weeks now underneath the 71 for 9th. This has been a really big battle here right now. It's a 5-car battle here for 5th, 6-car battle, excuse me, so this is really going off here. Weeks goes past Shelley. Or at least tries to. Shelley, ooh, drifts it off the corner, gets a good run. Weeks comes down to defend. England now makes a shot, the 6 of Caps. Marchese now up to 5th as he gets past the 19 of Curtis. Here comes England with a dive up the inside of the 19. The Red Bulls have all of a sudden come alive here. They have really picked up the pace. Tell you what, lap traffic has just turned into an obstacle course here because once again the 34 and the 14 have swapped positions, and Harple's now trapped on the outside with lapped cars as here comes Acosta now looking for 3rd place. Acosta with a dive up the inside. Harple had to scoot over to give him the room or else they would have wrecked. So Acosta now looking for 3rd. Harple kind of struggling with the balance of his car here. There's the 48 of Lamas. He is several laps down the 48, but he's got fresh tires. But you're going to see a little bit of a small problem, I think, with the 48. You can see on the straightaway the 48 is dogging, but it's not stopping Lamas from making dive bombs, that's for sure. As here comes the lead. Victor Nunez has held up his fellow Toyota driver Dylan Schwallenberg. Here comes Surfox now onto the back of the 10. All of a sudden, the lead dissipates. I think Schwalmer just got trapped behind Nunez longer than expected. Nunez is fighting to stay on the lead lap here. On one hand, this is a heck of a way to prove yourself holding off the 10, but at the same time, you're also not being very smart. Here comes Schwalmer up the inside, now taking advantage here. Tries to throw up the inside the 70. Nunez throws it in hard as well. He is fighting this 10 off as hard as he can. Silverfox is now having some issues with Hannah Allen. You have to imagine Rodriguez Racing is probably running over to the Anjado team, telling him to get the heck out of the way. And I think the message might have been sent here. And it was. Nunez finally pulls over to the right side. I think someone in the Toyota Cam might have told Nunez who was behind him. As we are just under 50 laps to go. Dom Caps from 9th place is coming to pit road. Caps comes to pit road. We're being told this is scheduled. There's nothing wrong with the 6 of Caps. They're sending him to pit lane. Are they coming in for tires here with just under 50 laps to go? Oh, this is a very aggressive call. Caps comes to pit road. They're putting tires on the number 6. So Caps has come to pit road. They're going to make an aggressive call here and get him fresh tires and see what he can do. This is very risky. We mentioned that this was a possibility before. Caps comes out of his box. He's going to stick with this call. Couple of others come to pit road. Downey comes to pit road. Farrell pits. Damax pits. So we got a couple of guys going for it here. Charlie Smith pits as well. Turner's in pit road. Both of the Turner cars are in pit road. So both Turner cars are going to go for it here. Eves now comes to pit road. Several people diving to pit road. Acosta gives up third to come to pit road. Oh man, everyone's coming in to put tires on. The 44 of Jones has come to pit road. So a lot of guys here, they're going for an alternate strategy to see if they can make up time. So based on calculations here, we're running just about 2 seconds slower than we were at the start of the run, or at least a second, at 1.5 to 2 seconds here. So with average 22-second lap times, and then you do the math, you could catch. That is about 40. It would take about 44 to 45 laps to run the leader down. But that's assuming that the lap times stay the same. So very interesting here, but guys just going for it here. It's the 10 of Schwalmer comes to pit road. They're coming to pit road as well to put tires on. This is one heck of a call to give up the lead to. I wonder if the 10 are wondering. I wonder if this is a response. They're worried that others are going to come down and pit and they'll be the odd man out. But Schwalmer to pit road. They're going to give up the lead in the track position to get fresh tires. Oh man. This is very interesting. I did not see this one coming, especially from the leader of all things. Schwalmer kind of had this race in control for the most part. Silverfox was hounding him, but at the same time, this is a heck of a risk here. And if a caution comes out, everyone who pits is in deep, deep trouble. Here's Schwallenberg. He is currently in 14th. He's the highest running car who has pitted so far. Everyone you can see on the chart that is a lap down, they have pitted. So Logan Cloud now comes to pit road, so he's now in response coming to pit road to put 4 tires on. But you can see Lamas, he's off the pace in the 48. He is holding the 10 up here. That's allowing Shelly Caps to go through. This is for position. If everyone pits, this is for the lead. Lamas holding up the 10 here of Schwalmberg. He's in trouble. Acosta, Caps, and Shelly have all gone past him because of it. Ooh, that's not going to be a very fun post-race there. Remember these two. Remember what happened at Valkenburg, at the Netherlands, a couple of races to go. I'm sure Lamas had no hesitation in choosing who he was going to hold up. And I can't imagine the 10's going to be too thrilled about it. So here's an example of the difference in tire wear here. So the 00 of Dylan Young is on the lead lap. He has not pitted. The 07 of Miles Mashburn, he has pitted. And you can see the difference here between cars that have put tires on and have not put tires on. Young is getting absolutely swarmed right now by all these guys who pitted. So that is the difference in pace here as it stands. So it's a risky call, but you're putting yourself in a really good position here. As 3 wide here, Acosta and Caps make contact on the straightaway. Acosta gets up the inside as we're coming up on 30 laps to go. These are the front runners of the people who have pitted. Schwalbach now back up the inside trying to make up the time. He pitted a little bit later than these guys, so he has fresher tires than them. So, but you can see Acosta, he is in a bit of a trouble here. This is the risk. This is the risk about that decision to pit, is because you're now reached the tail end of the field of cars who have not pitted. This is Onjak right in front of him. He has not pitted. He's in 7th. Acosta is trapped behind him at the moment because he's running the bottom. You can see Schwamrix is in trouble too. He's trying to battle the 33 of Farrell. It is a logjam here. That decision to pit, really risky. I'm not sure this is going to work out. Look at Acosta. How is he supposed to make up time when he's trapped like this? Charlie Smith's up the inside the 31. He pitted as well, so he's got the tires. They're 3 wide here as Acosta rips the outside to get out of that situation. Ooh, that's gonna be a very frustrating feeling for Acosta. This strategy is already kind of a Hail Mary. Losing any time is drastic. And then meanwhile, the leader, James Surfox, he has a clear racetrack. He's got no one in front of him and no one behind him. He's got basically a whole straightaway to himself while the rest of the field is having a brawl. So, and you have to imagine, again, there is no fuel situation here. You can make it on gas to the end. And right now, Surfox holds in first. You got to imagine they're telling him to not even consider putting tires on. Meanwhile, the battle for second here, Weeks has now got to the 14 of Harple all of a sudden. So Weeks, the title leader, up to second place. He gets past the 14 of Harple to end the United Emirates Racing 1-2. And this car is coming in here, by the way. Weeks is really quick right now. He's been about a couple tenths quicker than Surfox per lap here, so Surfox may be by himself, but he may not be out of the woods yet here. So Weeks' car, it has come in on the long run here, so this can be very interesting here. 4.3 to 4.0 seconds. Weeks is the fastest car in the top 10. Sean Harple is third. Meanwhile, this is the war that's going on right now. There is Acosta. Acosta still has not gotten his lap back. He has to get to Surfox to get his lap back here. Sam England and Zane Davidson have also made the choice to not come to pit road. Marchese has also not pitted. Peter Onjak has also not pitted. These are all pitting cars who are trying to get past these guys at the moment. Oh my God! Look at this logjam here. This is insane. Oh, Caps makes it. Oh boy, Marchese hits the side of Caps. I'm kind of after what happened to the 47. I'm a bit concerned about those hits in the quarter panel right now. Oh my goodness! But this is a logjam of cars who have not pitted. Cars who already were a lap down, by the way. You know, they're also messing around here, and you can see how much the stack up is just getting worse. Here's Shelley and Marchese continue to battle. Onjak currently running in 7th. He has not pitted. He runs in the top 10. Matthew Rodriguez in the 9. He has also not pitted. Joseph Strigley in the 86 has also not pitted. And the 99 of Blake Warren has also not pitted. So the top 11, they are the ones who have not pitted. Shade Eves is currently the highest car on track with 20 laps to go of cars who have pitted. But here comes Acosta now back up the inside. I didn't even notice Eves got past Acosta. Is Acosta now stuck behind the 88 of Hannah Allen? 20 laps to go here, and James Surfox in the 34. They don't got any plans to pit. If you're in the top 10, you may as well not even bother getting any tires out. Eves, Shelley, and Turner. These guys are all. These are the leaders of the pitters. So they have caught the 14 of Sean Harple, the 3rd place car, and with coming up on 16 laps to go, I don't foresee any way that these guys can catch us. So they put Harple 3 wide, and Eves around the outside with a bold move gets past the 14. They're coming up on the 2nd place car of Dejan Weeks. The last thing Weeks wants right now is to be passed because he's trying to run that 34 down, which he is, by the way. This is going to hurt him here. Surfox continues to have a clean racetrack, but the fresh tire drivers have now made their appearance here within the podium. But this strategy, I'm not sure that this was the right decision. James Shelley is now catching the back of the 34 to get back on the lead lap here. And Surfox here, I think he's just taking it easy. He's not going to catch any lap traffic, besides maybe the 48 of Lamas with his busted engine. Surfox, I think, is focused on just keeping the tires nice and clean to stay in front of the 30 of Dejan Weeks. Here is the 71. Look at the difference in speed here. The tires are coming in. Shelley is probably going to get real desperate here. He needs to make this pass. Surfox, though, he's going to make him work for it here. Shelley slides up the track here. 10 laps to go here in Martinsville. James Surfox, a 2.6 second lead. The 30 continuing to run the 34 down. But Surfox trying to end one of the longest winless streaks in the Sony Cup Series. But he's just got to baby these tires and hope that he gets passed in all the right ways, because he's now in a Turner sandwich. And he's blocking both of these guys at the moment. Well, not really intentionally. But here comes Shelley around the outside. He rips it around, and he's got 9 laps to get the 34. That decision to pit was not right, because now Shelley's got to pass another 40 cars to get to the 34. 8 laps to go here in Martinsville. Shelley is several seconds quicker than the 34, but without a clean racetrack, this strategy was just not going to work. And the thing is, it could have worked, but the problem is just that there's so many guys who have and have not pitted. You have guys who were already a lap down. With a clean racetrack, mathematically, this call would have worked, but it's just been too busy. It's too busy of a racetrack to make it happen. Despite Weeks getting past left and right, he is still running that 34 down with 6 laps to go. Surfox trying to hold off the 30 here. Weeks trying to extend the points lead. As it stands, he will extend the points lead, but a win would be a massive exclamation point in his title hopes here. Surfox running the bottom here. 5 laps to go. He's just holding that bottom and hoping it works out. Here comes Weeks in the 30. He's trying to hold off Stinson and Sanford with fresh tires. It's just in between these two. Harple is too far away to make any much of a difference here. Fox still trying to fight these guys off, but he is trying to just run the bottom and hope that it's enough. But Weeks is still catching him. The gap is down to 1.2 seconds with 4 to go, coming on 3 to go. And he's being shuffled to the outside. Weeks has now got a chance here. Here comes Sanford up the inside to get his lap back. Here comes Weeks for the lead. The gap is down to 0.9. Weeks has cut the gap from 4 to under a second in less than 20 laps. Weeks has found something, but he's going to have to be quicker. Fox now has a clean racetrack again, and no cars to lap him for the moment. Here comes Stinson now. 2 laps to go here. Will Stinson perhaps help the 30 of Weeks? Coming to the white flag here at Martinsville. Fox trying to end a long winless streak and score a win for United Emirates Racing. He's got one last lap. Here comes Stinson and Weeks now. Weeks with a big dive up the inside on Cal Farrell. But coming through turns 3 and 4, the 34 with no tires left. Weeks tries to force his way beneath the 33 and Stinson, but coming off a 4 checkered flag, Fox pulls off the win at Martinsville. James Fox wins here at Martinsville in a thrilling finish. Dejan Weeks threw everything he had. He had a chance, but if the track was clear, I think he would have had the 34. But Fox wins here at Martinsville. The decision to not pit was the correct one. Weeks comes across for second. Sean Harple comes across for a podium. United Emirates Racing gets both cars on the podium for the first time. Sam England finishes 4th. Zane Davidson comes across 5th to finally score some points, but he loses ground to Weeks. Marchese comes across for 6th. Peter Onjak with a very nice 7th place finish. Rodriguez finishes 8th. Srigley finishes 9th after struggling in the 20th to 25th area for most of the night. And Blake Warren in the 99 for the second race in a row will score a point to help Flipside get further ahead of the charter relegation zone. We're going to watch the finish one more time here because the first camera angle didn't show it very well, but check out what happens here in the last lap. So Fox, he knows the 30 is hauling it. He's diving the corner to make what happens here. So Stinson here, he's got a very good reason to help the 30 here, but Stinson may have been peaking low, but Fox comes up, blocks the top to prevent the 96 from getting below him and preventing Weeks from taking advantage of it. And Weeks just got shuffled. He got trapped behind the two pitted cars, so if Stinson had gone underneath the 34, you have to wonder what might have happened there. Would Weeks have perhaps gone underneath the 34 in time?